Hello. There we go. It's starting slowly today because they're trying a new thing here on Facebook. Actually, they're not just trying it, they're going to be just changing to this. Um, so here we are, and this is Love Your Fear. So we're in this space. Hey, Mal. Mwah, I miss you. We're in this space now in life when there's this like kind of lion fear now, right? We've been talking about fear for years and how there's two different versions of it. And there's the one that, you're getting chased down by a lion, and there's the one that's kind of all this stuff in your head that you get to attend to. And we're kind of sitting in both, in a sense, right now. And still, in every moment, we get to choose who and how we are going to be and show up. And I have been wanting to do something like this for a while. It feels really important and useful. I don't know how it's going to go. I don't know what words are going to be spoken. I just know I needed to show up here and do this today. And also know, I know I invited a lot of people, and if you can't make it live, then here's the replay. And that's important too. The screen keeps doing this blippy thing, and I'm not sure if you can see that, if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Sorry, people are asking how to get on. Hello, Amy, how are you? And hello. It's so cool to have all of you tell me that you're here, because I actually can't see. For a long time, they would tell us who was on, and they stopped doing that. And now I can't tell if anyone's on here. So it's nice when everyone sort of checks in. How is everyone? And you can always, if you think there's someone who would like to participate or see this later, tag them. It's totally cool. Hello, Kim. How are you? And it's good to have a phone that you can use also. All these new things. Cards are wanting to be read today as well, so we're going to kind of start with that, I think. I went over to my drawer. Actually, I wasn't even over there. They just, it was like they were all, me. I had to get quiet for a second to see who really, really needed to talk. So, kind of looking through this to see, because they changed what this looks like in the background. And making sure that I've got things going the way they need to. So, scroll down the messages. Brenda's here. Yay. Hi, Brenda. How are you? We'll give it a couple of minutes to give people some time to hop on here. I know it's been 5 minutes already. There will be, we'll have this recorded, so it can always be looked at later. And that's important to know for everyone. The kids and I went to Devil's Lake this morning. Everyone's getting a little antsy. So there was lots of running and climbing and yelling, and we had a dance party in the parking lot and singing in the car on the way home. And I'm looking at these cards. Good to hear, Brenda. We drove by your shop today too on the way home. All the things. So we're sitting in this space, right? I was talking about this fear, and there's a lot of it coming up, I would imagine. I have days where things are harder, and then moments when things are harder, and then easier. And so, like, okay, you get to those moments, and sometimes it's just like, fuck, not again. And sometimes you just want to climb in a hole and cry, or have someone just, be permission for you to cry and be upset. I've noticed I've felt angry, like, I don't want this to be happening, and it is. And I also feel joyful and relieved that all of this is happening. It's everything, right? All of it, like the spectrum of emotions, and we're just on it, and we're bouncing back and forth. And I think if we could really check in, and a lot of us, there's the deep down place, right? Where we trust somewhere inside of us that it's all right, it's all good, it's all okay. I posted about the balance thing the other day, about how the fear is an imbalance between what we're desiring and being in a space of desiring and wanting it right now, and having gratitude and being in a space of appreciation and allowing what we want to be and show up when it's ready, when it's time. And it reminded me how accessible that space is within me, within us, that space of gratitude and appreciation. And breathing, allowing ourselves time every day to be grateful and appreciative. And when we are, kind of in a sense overrules the fear. It attends to the fear. It's important for us to really be with our fear when it happens, when things come up. It's not comfortable at all. It sucks. It can make you feel really antsy and like you just want to run away and ignore it. Go find something else to do. The more that you can allow yourself the time and strength and courage to pull up a chair and sit at the table with fear, the sooner it passes, and the sooner you have transformed, you've shifted something old something heavy into something lighter and something new, and put a piece into the new foundation that we're all and each building right now. Because we are each building our own new foundation, but then collectively as a whole, we're building a new foundation while we are simultaneously removing and allowing to fall off what isn't meant to be here anymore. Making space. So we're going to get into these cards. We're already doing Reiki, if you can feel that. Call in guides, guardians, angels, ancestors, everyone and anyone who we need, who needs to be here right now with us. While we're having this experience. This message is going to be a collective reading for everyone, and then Reiki session we need to. So I should tell you which cards we're using. I'm using the Enchanted Mat cards. Hi Vicky, how are you today? How are your little ones? We needed to get our selves and our little ones out of the house this morning. And then it started raining. And then Emma says, so we go dance in the rain. That's my girl. Yes. So, yes. Okay, so sometimes when we're doing cards, some cards are created to be have a reverse message and an upright message. And kind of like the light and dark message. And remember, light and dark are not good or bad. They're just, right, two sides of the same coin and different perspectives on it. So why am I telling you this? Because the Enchanted Mat deck has upright and reversed. And the first card that we have is what she reversed first. It's Stormfield. I will post this in the comments because I can already tell. You can't really see what it is. And then upright. Kind of looks like spring and tornadoes, which we've been having in the area. So, this too shall pass. That's what this card is about. Now is not the time to engage in any activity that brings unwanted chaos or drama into your life. This kind of storm can be destructive, and you will regret your actions later. Hurtful words will be carried on the wind and bring a tornado of betrayal, anger, and unnecessary angst. Find shelter. This turbulent weather will pass, and your house will be untouched. Say no to drama. Wait till the storm blows over. Only then will you be heard. So this can be collectively over the course of this whole pandemic we have going, and the shift and the transformation that is accompanying it, or maybe it's the reverse, right? And I feel like this might be more of an immediate message right now too, right? Where you're like, it's already chaotic, right? Everything's already like, we were playing a game and everything got tossed up into the air, and now it's all gonna land again. And where is it gonna land? And then what? And it feels like it's all still up in the air, right? Hi, Crystal. So glad you're here. And it's slowly coming back down. And there's a lot of our truth coming up and out, right? And this is a time to attend to our truth in the most respectful, kind, and compassionate way for ourselves and others possible. It's time to be kind. It's time to be loving. It's time to honor that aspect of ourselves, and that we can move through conflict, chaos, struggle, discord in peace, or as peaceably as possible. It's not time to pick fights. It's not time to be cruel and come down hard on people. It's time to step back more than ever and get curious first, and actually allow yourself to say, because that immediately puts your brain into a space of, I wonder, instead of the loop it was playing where it was saying, well, they did this and they did that and they're just doing it to be, and are they? I wonder why they're acting the way that they are. I wonder why they're choosing the words that they've chosen or the behavior that they've chosen. It's time to set the judgment down. It's time to set the shaming down and allow compassion to come in and space for new perspective, wonder. Because then we allow people to be people. We allow grace for ourselves. We allow grace for them. We allow grace for the situation at hand. And remember, it's that ripple effect. Ripples out. So when we when we are feeling frustration, however, right now, it's time for us to really have that set aside the judgment and the shaming and bring in extreme compassion and kindness for ourselves now more than ever. And I wrote in the post the other day, this is about creating the foundations for what's going to be for us moving forward. We're creating our own extreme, which is to become our norm, self-care and self-love right now. Because it's what we need. It's what we're moving into. It's our new existence. And so what do you want to bring? What's going to be in your basket of self-love and self-care? Does it have room for judgment? Is there room in there for shaming? There's a difference between shaming and judgment. And judgment is useful until it moves into the realm of shaming. And then it's harsh. It can be very harsh and cruel. And is that something that you want to bring with? And I'm not to say that none of this is going to come with, because it will. It's just that right now is the time to be really conscious about how and who we are with ourselves, so that we can be how and who we want to be with those that we love and in the world in general. And we're doing this on a more conscious and extreme level than we have in the past. But I feel like that is to build a very strong foundation and some seriously beautiful habits for ourselves moving forward. Okay, so that was a long explanation for this tornado card that showed up. And then we have magic prayer. It's kind of where we're at right now in this space immediately. Come to this place to attend to pieces of ourselves that need our attention most extremely right now. Deep breath in and out. And blow your air out as far as you can, as much as you can, until you've emptied it. Right? Allow your body to move in whatever way it needs to move right now. This is part of the process. It's part of the Reiki healing that happens. We are spirit having a human experience, and that means this humanity of ours is here to help us learn and grow and experience and be, and we get to honor that. When our body is tired, we need to rest. When it's hungry, we need to feed it. When we're stressed, we need to do what our being is asking us for. So we're choosing in this moment to be here in this space, doing Reiki, and that might mean that we actually need to move because there may be things that are stuck, and that helps get things flowing a bit. Okay? So, magic prayer. Speak your prayers, listen for the answers, act in faith. When you see the magic prayer card, it is a reminder that your prayers will be answered. Spirit is always waiting to help you and to heal you when you're in need. That said, the best prayer is thy will be done through me, thy will and not mine be done. Conscious contact with your higher power is achieved through the ritual of prayer and meditation. Speak and listen to the divine force within the field of creation. Surrender your wishes and desires to Spirit. You may not get what you want, but you will surely get what you need. Your destiny awaits you. As long as you keep in conscious contact with your higher power, be assured that you are on the right path. Because again, right, when we're asking for something, it's important for us to remember that it is also asking for us, and that we want it to play out in the best way possible. And that means us setting it down and walking away from it and allowing our higher power, Spirit, the universe, God, whatever we want to, whatever name or word most best represents that for us. We need to allow it to do its work and place in front of us what our next steps need to be and follow those, because what we're asking is already here. It already exists. It's already ours. We just get to find some peace about allowing it to look however it's meant to look, and trust that that is what is best for us and all and anyone involved. And that can be one of the most difficult things to do, to surrender and allow. I would invite you right now, because I can tell that that's a struggle right now. I can feel it right here. There's this desperation. Oh my God, I don't want to let go of control of that, because what if, right? What if that means someone I love dying? What if that means me dying? What if that means things most precious to me no longer being the way that they have been in the past. Yeah, but if. So I'm just going to invite you to come here with me. Imagine that we're all standing around a fire. Okay? And I'm going to invite you to walk as closely around that fire. Social distancing is not a thing right now. Be as close to each other and that fire as you can, as you feel comfortable. Open your hands. Place them in front of you. And we're just going to be for a few moments and feel and breathe. And the kind of breathing that I feel most useful is this moving through and letting go, where you're kind of just exhaling into the space that feels most uncomfortable. Because you're giving it space. You're giving it attention. You're giving it love. You're allowing it to move and do what it needs to in order to be attended to and healed. Focus on your inhale through your nose and your exhale through your mouth. Do you need to cry? Do you need to yawn? Are your eyes watering? Is there something twitching? Do you need to yell? Hunch over. What do you need right now? Allow it in some way and remain as present here as you possibly can. I'm here. Spirit, our guides, our angels, guardians, ancestors, loved ones, all here with us. You're not alone at all. We are so held in the most beautiful, absolute, precious, constant, strong love. Exhale. Very good. I yawn when things are shifting and my eyes water. So I'm not yawning because I'm tired and I need to leave. It's just this process. Good. Keep breathing into this uncomfortable space. Allow it to be uncomfortable and allow the discomfort to get bigger and to spread. It's not going to stay that way, I promise. You're allowing it to do that so that it can heal, so that it can be released, shifted, transformed. Very good. Oh. What are your prayers? Right now, I would invite you, bring your awareness back to the space where we're all standing around this fire together. Together. Supporting one another, holding space for one another. Speak your prayers out loud into the fire. The fire will take them, transmute them, and release them into the universe to be heard. And not that they aren't without this fire, because they absolutely are. It's just that when, right, the Bible tells us when two or more are gathered, things are more powerful. And this is true. When we're holding space for one another and this fire, this is very sacred, very powerful. Allow it. Doesn't mean that it's not just as powerful on your own. If you allow yourself, however, to just feel the grace and love, attention of this group and the prayers that we all have together. Trust in it. Speak your prayers out loud in the space that you're in as much as you can right now. Envision them as you're speaking them, going into the fire and being transformed. I'm seeing this magical, like the words are coming out of your mouth, going into the fire, and there's this magical light with little sparks, and it's a spiral. It goes into the fire and it gets released to the universe. How many beautiful prayers can we utter? Prayers for help, love, support, to be heard, for peace, for release from the fear that might just be so gripping us in general at certain times. I know for myself, as much as I feel very positive about what's happening in the world right now, I know I'm also feeling very afraid because I bite my lips a lot. My hands are clenched often, stomach is tight, jaw is tight. And those are all very human things to do. They're very beautiful, wonderful, compassionate things to do, to take care of ourselves. And we're being called to move into some other space right now, to trust. And just a little bit of time right now to let go of the fears, to step into the room and to see what it is that we are afraid of, to look at it, maybe have a conversation with it. It's very human for us to need to see what things look like and feel like. Of course it is. It's perfect. It's the reason we're here. When we can put some tangibility to something, we understand it better. And when we can understand it, we can have a different perspective of it, and we can be with it in a different way. And we allow fear to control us. We have been taught through fear very often. And this time in our world, in this time, we are being asked to allow ourselves to not be controlled by fear, to allow love instead. And the more love we can bring to what we fear, the more beautiful, easeful, peaceful this time will be for us. This transition, this transformation, this chaos. So bring out your fears. Speak them out loud. Imagine they are someone who is most precious to you. And imagine this fire again that we are all standing around together. In the center of the flames are constant and high. There's a heart. And this heart wants only for us to speak our fears into it. Speak them. Let them move like music into the center of this heart. And this heart is like Mary Poppins' handbag. It's bottomless, endless, infinite. It can hold as much and more as we put into it. Speak your fears into this heart. And allow them to be transformed. To be held. To be completely embraced and wrapped up in love. To be handed over to the universe. Remember, it will be answered. We simply get to trust that they will be answered in the best way possible for us and anyone involved. I'm afraid. I have fear. But it could take someone I love. I know I'm not alone in that. I can feel it right here. Put your hand over your heart right now. Let yourself be in that space where you are feeling fear of losing someone, that you love. Breathe into your heart, like you're exhaling down into your heart. Allow breath to fill your heart. Allow your fear to get loud. Maybe you need to cry. It's okay. We're all right here with you. Guides, angels, each of us here on this call, loved ones, you're not alone, and you are so held. Very good. It's time to remember we have been through hell before, and we have gotten through hell before, and we will do it again, and again, and again, and again. And that the best way to move through that is to be as present as possible. Breathing, conscious of the space that you're in, the way that your clothes feel against your skin, the weight on your body, the surface you're sitting or lying upon. My voice in your ears, your hand on your heart. And breathing. Very good. Deep exhale right now. And inhale. Fill every place in your body with new, fresh air. One more time. Exhale. Inhale. Okay. And gently still remain around the fire. I think I'm going to ask. I know not all of you know what each other look like, but I want you to imagine. Bring your awareness to presence to this fire and make eye contact. Each of the people in the circle around the fire. Send each other love. Here. And now, focus on the heart in the center of the fire. And we're going to ask the universe, please take this heart full of our fears, worries, insecurities, to itself, to be heard, to be attended to be loved. And please grace each of us with the blessing and gift or reminder of the power we have within ourselves to trust, the courage to trust the best outcome be done for the good of all. And that each time we want to take that back up and hold on to it because we're feeling that fear again, we need only remember we have that same heart, that same fire right here within us. And we need only ask for help again, as many times as we need, to breathe and to hand things back over. And trust. And then I want you to imagine that heart floating up from the fire into the sky like a balloon. Just watch it as it floats. Watch it till it's gone. And as it's floating away, you are feeling lighter and more hopeful, more trusting, more relaxed, more peaceful, more calm. You know, in the deepest part of your deepest knowing, all will be well. All is well. And you can smile. Move a little to let some of this go. Because we need to. Exhale 2 more times. Very good. And now, when you're ready, wiggle your fingers and your toes. Shrug your shoulders. Sway your neck from side to side. Open your eyes. How are you? We have one last card. It's Lakshmi, and she is here to remind us that we have a bright future ahead of us. To stop worrying that everything is going to be fine. This is a kind universe, and everyone within it is working in your favor. There are no tests, blocks, or obstacles in your way except your own projections of fear into your future. Take a moment and hush your mind, quieting it from worries and fears. Feel me brush your brow with a new energy of faith, hope, and optimism. These energies fuel your exciting present time as well as all future moments. Why would you wish darkness upon yourself when light shines all around you? Step into this brightness by lightening your thoughts and feelings. You must stop worrying, as this anxiety squelches the goodness that seeks to find you. Clear your heart of fear and replace those energies with ones that will serve you and your family instead. Refuse to think of anything except your bright today and tomorrow, and I promise you that it shall be so. You and your loved ones will be protected and provided for. Let go of any bag lady fears about your future. Hold positive thoughts and intentions. Know that you'll always have your needs met now and in the future. Don't worry about money, but instead visualize abundance. And I know a lot of those things are easier said than done. And that's very true. And I would never want to tell you to stop worrying, to let go of things, just to do it. It's not kind. It's a reminder that you have that power within you. And you showed up here today because you wanted support with that. Yeah, she's your girl. Absolutely, Lisa. She's here for everyone if we're looking for her. What we focus on, we get more of. So a lot of the fear is old. We don't need to trust it anymore. You will know when there is real fear, because you will then know what your next steps are to take to get yourself out of it, or to take care of yourself in it. Allow yourself time in the day to envision what it is that you so want for yourself and your family, your loved ones. Write. It's very powerful. Meditate. Also very powerful. Ask for help if you need assistance with any of that. Card readings, or we could do coaching sessions. Find something. Sorry, Juno's wandering around on the bed and everything's moving. Juno, lay down. Good girl. Lay down. Find something that you can have as a reminder to you to look at in your day, that you are focusing on what it is that your heart knows is yours. That is good. That is about your bright future. One of the reasons I made the love t-shirts as a reminder to us that that is available to us at all times, and that because it is who we are, we bring it to every situation. And so, who are we in that situation? What are we going to choose? I used to hang signs up on my wall. I made myself signs to remind myself about who I am, and I hung them up in my bathroom by the mirror, my bedroom by my mirror, just in the kitchen, places I spent a lot of time so that I could look up and see them and remember. That was a great time for that. Yesterday we hung hearts on all of our windows. Matt came home from work and he's like, "What's with all the hearts?" And I told him it's just a way for us to all have some unity around all of what's happening right now. He says, "Great, I love it. We need to make some and hang them in all the windows." So they're there now. And then when we're out on our walks, we can see them. Heads up, we are going to be making face masks with our love logo on them. I'll let everyone know when they're ready if you would like one. Because if I'm going to need to start wearing one, I wanted it to be something I wanted to wear, and that has me feel good about it. So if that's something you're interested in, that would be available soonish. And want to know right now how you are feeling. If there are concerns that you have, what did you notice while you were here in this space? I didn't say how long this was going to be, but we can give like a few minutes to have some conversation if you would like. And if you would like to just go take a nap now or have food, because you probably need some grounding today from this, being outside, drinking lots of water, having lots of good food today, root vegetables. If you eat meat, today's a good meat day, chocolate, all very good grounding foods. Allowing yourself some space to just be quiet today. Be in your body and notice your body. Wrap yourself up if you need to in a blanket and be warm. Write, listen to music. Be gentle with yourself and kind. I will keep talking until you have questions or thoughts. Otherwise, give this just like 2 more minutes. Chocolate, Mel. Chocolate. And peanut butter. If, there's still a peanut butter thing. I will also take pictures of the cards and post them in the comments so you have them. Please also feel free to tag anyone that you feel would enjoy this or get some support out of this in the comments. They can watch it after it's been posted. And yes, peanut butter and chocolate. And then I'm here if you need card readings, Reiki sessions. We can do obviously distance Reiki. That's what this is. If you'd like me to do more things like this, let me know, because I would be happy to do that. What are you most needing right now? Let me know. We'll see what we can do to work it out. I know people, peanut butter, yes. feel like I've been doing nothing but intentional grounding for the last 3 weeks. So very necessary. Yes, Lisa. We have to be, we get to be incredibly intentional, conscious, and aware right now. The more of that we can do, the more we stay centered and focused on what's important. And the more that we, allow ourselves the time that we need to grieve and feel sad or afraid. That's important too. That's still us being conscious. It's giving us time for what we need. Allowing ourselves space to feel joy. I'm not exactly sure what movie my kids watched last night, but they were laughing deeply. And Emma said this morning, I haven't laughed like that in such a long time. It felt really good. And she had a kind of heavy day yesterday, and she's much lighter today. So what can you bring? What can you do to allow joy? When I get worried, I get tense and I get tight, and anything you can do to start letting my body feel loose and relaxed again, that's all opening us up to allow joy and love, because joy and love is who and what we are. And when we're tight and tense, we're just shutting it off. So what can we do to love ourselves and open it back up? Okay. And, we've got our kids around us, a lot of us now. And even if we don't have our friends and other loved ones, they're just a text away. It's fantastic that we have that ability. The teachers needed a couple of weeks to figure shit out, because all of a sudden they needed to make school online and available. And my kids are really missing the social aspect of school right now. And some of them, are still in touch with their friends because they have texts and stuff, but they just miss the interaction. And I've been asking the teachers, please, can you figure out a way that they can see each other and spend time with each other? And my Will's teacher, my youngest one, she's got Zoom calls every Monday. And some of the kids' other teachers are starting to do more of that now too. And so I'm incredibly grateful for that, so that they can see each other. Because texting is good and important, but having that live interaction is really important. One of my friends, who's an amazing person and healer, her name is Jen Gallucci, and she wrote a post the other day about the sensuality of this time and how, some of us aren't necessarily going to be able to be in contact with other people or our loved ones right now. And if we can't, what else can we do to attend to the tactile, sensual part of this? And that's why I mentioned wrapping up in blankets, planting flowers, being conscious about what sort of touch do you need right now, and how can you attend to that for yourself? Being conscious about when you're touching your clothes, or your skin, your face, your hair. Being conscious about what you're seeing, what you're hearing, those sorts of things, your senses. Lisa has been so very tough on the teachers, yes, and especially the elementary teachers, yeah. Zoom is okay for socializing, but not really enough. I'm proud of everything. Everyone trying to figure themselves out. Yes, it's insane. I'm not doing the teaching thing anymore, but I can only imagine. And for us, middle school and high school already had Google Classroom set up for the most part. Some of the teachers weren't using that. Some of them needed to get it set up, but and they are using it a bit in the elementary schools too. But yeah, there's a lot of things to get organized because it's all different. And right now for us in Wisconsin, this is indefinite. We did have a date that it was going to be done, but now it's just indefinite. So, yeah, it's what it is. And I know a lot of people don't want to hear that or subscribe to that. And I get that too. And this is our reality right now. How do you want it to feel on me? And I hope that this today has been useful in some way. And I hope that the rest of your day today is wonderful, a bit more peaceful and calm. Let me know if you want to just text me, message me, and let me know how you are and if there's anything else I can do. And I think that we're going to kind of just let this be the end for now. I'll post these cards and I'm here. So if you need to chat, I'm happy to do that. And I'm sending you all so much love and hugs. I will see you again here probably more sooner than later, very soon. Have a beautiful rest of your day. Bye.